yeah, I got in and they're like, okay, no, I'm lying. They didn't clap for me. The secretary gives you like a paper where you write the order in which you guys want to go into the exam room. Guys, English is hard. So you write, if you want to go number 1, you write. If you want to go number Shan, in I said I want to go Kumalas because I need to assess the situation. I want to see how people are coming out. And bear in mind that when people come out of the exam room, you're not allowed to talk to them. You're not allowed to ask how it went. So you're just seeing them from far and you're like, you know, you're trying to. So I just decided, let me be Kumalas because guys, my nerves are real. So I'm just gonna give you a few tips before I tell you about like the whole experience. Number 1, please be very confident in that exam. I talked about it in my other video. Don't be too confident though. There's a balance of confidence that you need. Please reach this level, because once you go over or you find yourself that you're still under, so just try your best to be very confident. Be sure of the things that you have studied. Know that you are a doctor already. You didn't come this far for you know for you to fail, and you haven't come this far because you're lazy or so. Just be confident in yourself. Trust yourself. Believe yourself. I cannot stress this enough. And then also don't let them see your nervousness. Please try to hide it. Even if your heart is bumping, even if you want to faint, even if you want, just pretend. Okay, that's the day you get to be an actor or actress. Please pretend not to be nervous, because once they see through your nervousness, baby girl, it's over. Don't let them see that. And in the actual exam, if they ask you a question that you don't know or you're not sure of, it's okay to say I don't know, or I need to refer to my books. Okay. Yeah, last point I'm gonna give you is something important. One doctor told me, go in that exam knowing that these are your colleagues. The consultants can be intimidating and a bit scary because you've never done this before. Even if you've done it before, like, it can be intimidating. You know, these are your seniors. They've got like 30, 40, 50 years of experience, and here you are, you don't even have a license. It's intimidating. So just treat them like they're your colleagues. At the end of the day, these are the same people you find in the hospital. They're the same people who will be teaching you how to do procedures, molding you, shaping you into being the best doctor you can be for the patient. So treat them like the colleagues they are, but not for Ichveleshi again. Don't do Ichveleshi. Balance is important. And yeah, I don't even feel like I can even talk about my exam, like my exam, because it's late, guys, and this video is meant to be like 5 minutes maximum. Here I am still going on and on and on. I'm just looking at the space in my phone. But anyway, since you guys insist, I'm doing this for these people who want to know. Okay, if you don't want to know, you can go and sleep. So it was my turn. I think the secretary called me twice. At this point, I want to pee and I'm hungry, hypoglycemia, and I'm just like, whew, Becca, you got this. I kept saying, you got this, until I entered the exam room. I prayed on the way and got in, and they're like, okay, no, I'm lying. They didn't clap for me. No, but they were really excited, you know, like they were happy. And the reason why they were happy was because of my degree. they had read what was on my degree. So if you studied in Russia, you might know that sometimes people actually can specialize from first year and you end up with a specialist degree. So my degree is a specialist degree. It literally says pediatric physician because I was specializing in peds. So they were like, here comes a pediatric physician. And in my head, I'm just like, pressure. And then obviously I tried to make myself as comfortable as possible because I didn't want them to see my nervousness. Like, like I was shaking, but like, you're not gonna see me nervous. I'm gonna pretend. Okay, so they're like, yeah. So in Russia, tell us about, sit down. I don't know why they were so happy to see me, but like, it's a blessing. It's a blessing. Because other experiences I've heard are just the opposite. For me, I'm just grateful God was on my side. I found them in like a happy, jovial mood. And yeah, they were like, sit down. It also helped that I was just like, hi everyone, but not too much. I was just like, hello, good day, nice to meet you. They're like, yeah, sit down. So tell us about how it is how did you specialize? I was like, yeah, I specialized from first year. They're like, wow, really? So yeah, you're like a pediatrician. I'm like, yeah, I am. And then they're like, okay, but you know that in Zambia we really don't do that. That's why you're here, for us to assess you as a whole doctor. And I said, yes, I'm aware. So they're like, okay, good, we can begin. My first consultant was a pediatrician. I think they did that on purpose. So she was a very nice lady. She asked me about acute respiratory distress. Yeah, a 6-hour-old baby came in. I'm just gonna put the questions there, and yeah, so I answered. It went okay, it went fine. The IMED guy also started off well. He asked me about food poisoning, how I'm going to take my history, what questions I'm going to ask, and I told him, but then he chopped me when he said, what's a preformed toxin? And I'd never heard of that in my life. So I had two options. I was either going to try and, think about it and say preformed. It's a toxin that has been preformed before, but like the words weren't just making sense in my mind, and time is running out. So you can't just be like, So I decided to tell him the truth. I just said, I don't know. And then he said, you don't know? I said, no. He's like, really? I said, I've never heard of that in my life, which is the truth. What am I gonna do? Lie? In medicine, it's either you know or you don't know. And I was just like, I don't know, sir, I don't know. So he explained to me everything. He literally started teaching me. And this is the beauty about these VIVAs. They actually can teach you, You just have to be humble enough and open enough to admit when you don't know. Like, there's nothing you can do, guys. It's good to try, but like if you start lying, they'll know that I'm looking at this food. It looks so good, guys. It looks so nice, but I'm here doing this video for you. Anyway, so he taught me, and he asked me a question based on what he was teaching me. I didn't answer it the way he wanted me to, so that agitated him, but I felt like he was trying to intimidate me, and I was already feeling, a bit off. So I just said, he's not going to. I'm also going to. If I fight with Russian teachers, so I was just like, it's not today. You're going to intimidate me, sir. So he calmed down, and then he was like, I'm done. I was just like, ish, okay. We moved on to obs and gyne. I had a vacuum cap. In front of me, and they were like, what's that in front of you? So I said, that's a vacuum cap. He's like, okay, good, tell me the indications. So I told him both fetal and maternal indications, and yeah, obs and gyne wasn't really Yeah, I think my brain just started getting tired, because in my mind they're asking me all these questions. It's the questions they ask you, the ones they throw in, that just put you off, and if you're not careful, that can really, really demoralize you. So you have to be quick and put on your full armor, guys. I think he asked me, where do we place the cap on the baby's head? My anatomy had left me at that point. Immediately he said where. I was just so confused. I forgot everything. Guys, it's real. Like, pressure is real. I don't know why. I just couldn't. Nothing. He's like, where? And I was like, here. He's like, doc, here? What's here? And he laughed at me. And I too started laughing, because what is here anyway as a doctor? So is it frontal? Is it occipital? Like, is it anterior? The anterior frontal? I was like, that same one. Like, he continued laughing. Then he was like, okay, I'm done. Then we moved on to surgery. I got intestinal obstruction, investigations, and then we moved on to stomas. He held up a stoma bag, and I had never seen it in my life, so I was looking at it, and I was like, what is that? I didn't rotate in surgery for long, so I was just like, God just whispered. I feel like God just literally had to whisper in my mind, because what was about to come out was, it looks like an ambu bag or a mask or something ridiculous. God, I even hid at the stomach bag. Okay, I don't know if I hid, but like, because that's the only way. I feel like that's the only way I would have known what it is. Like, God directly telling me, because I had never seen it in my life. So I told him that's a stomach bag. He was like, yes. I was like, okay. So yeah, we went to the indications, the locations, where it's placed, and afterwards I remember just feeling drained. The bell rang twice, and he still wanted to keep on talking, and I was just like, whew, child. So after the bell rang the second time, I was just drained. I was done. And yeah, he was like, anyway, all the best, doc. In my mind, I'm just like, what does he mean, all the best? Like, what do you mean? Have I failed? Like, have you failed me? Like, it's the way he said it. He was like, anyway, all the best. In my mind, I was just like, it's over. I left the room. They called me back. They're like, Rebecca, Doc, you left your phone and your NRC. I forgot my phone, you guys. Pressure. That exam is not your friend. They were like, you want to leave us your phone? I was like, you can have it. You can have it. At this point, what's a phone? Who needs a phone? So that was basically how my exam went. Like, I can't even touch the actual points, because honestly, after that day, I just wanted to forget everything. And I was just so drained. I don't know if you understand the word drained, but that's what I was. And I just left it to God's hands. I literally said, God, take this. Like, take it. All of it. Because I'm done. Like, I'm finished. And he did, you guys. Like, after a few days, the results were out. So I called the secretary, and she told me I'd cleared. Oh, the feeling. I screamed for so long. I was with Charity. I screamed with her for like 1 minute. The secretary was like, Imwe, you're damaging my eardrums. Like, stop it. I can't feel. Yeah, guys, please prepare well. And all the best to you. You got this. Like I said in my other video, you got this. God's got you. You can do this. Let's help save lives. And if you got questions, feel free to DM me, comment down below. Yeah, thank you for watching. I am done. I'm hungry. Honestly, the chicken is just calling me, so bye. Bye. Come and help me, please. Why am I struggling?
I can wash my hands.
Why am I stressing?
Okay, your followers get that, you can see.